Hey, what's up, YouTube? So this video is going to be about how to optimize your job search with ChatGPT. So let's get started. So the first thing you may want to do, you could be on LinkedIn looking for jobs. Based on your qualifications, you may be looking at whatever jobs you're looking for. It could be software engineering, it could be data analyst, data scientist, data engineering. It could be whatever, right? So you can go in there, look for the job that you want. You can search, but this is this is an example, and so I'll pick an example role, and then we'll use that at least to get the point across. So assuming that I'm here looking for a job, let's say that I see this data scientist inference payment for Airbnb that I like. So let's click on it. So you click on it and you get a more detailed description of what the job is about, what the requirements are, so your expertise, your location, what the pay range is, and you could even look at the skills, right, that they're looking for: data science, SQL, data visualization, R programming. Um, and then you can also look at the expertise, right? So 5 years an industry experience and master's degree or PhD in a quantitative field, that sort of stuff. So you take a look, maybe you look at it, you like it. The next question is, hey, maybe how do you review or revise your resume, perhaps, right, to better suit this job. So one thing you could do, so here's my resume, and I'm naturally in the engineering slash data science field, and so some of the qualifications that I have here, or a few of the experience here, are relevant for this job that we're looking at. It's looking for a master's or a PhD in terms of degree. So yeah, I meet the qualifications, but I say I wanted to, maybe even improve on my resume a bit before applying for that role, right? So one thing I could do would be, like I said, I've highlighted my whole resume here. That's because I've copied the data. So one thing I want to do is come to ChatGPT, right, and say, hey, can you improve my resume for me? And then once I write this, right, I'm gonna paste all the information from the resume. And then let's see what ChatGPT can come up here. So ChatGPT is gonna rewrite the resume and improve upon it for me. And so maybe I may use this resume, whatever ChatGPT comes up with, right, for the to apply for the role, right? And so also, mind you, some roles, well, I wouldn't say some role, almost all roles, right, do require, I wouldn't say require, but it's a nice, if it's nice if you can attach, say, like a cover letter in addition to your resume. It's not going to be everyone that's attaching a cover letter, right? So having a cover letter to some extent sets you apart. At least if you can talk or at least describe why you think you'd be a better fit for the role, right? What qualifications you bring to the role, what your level of experience, how that's pertinent to the job, right? And that can be maybe a bit tedious for people to write, at least if you take into consideration that people who are typically looking for jobs are going to be people who already have jobs, right? So you're probably doing this after work, and you don't want to put in too much, maybe you don't want to use too much of your time. Maybe you have responsibilities. You may be a family guy, and so you don't have that much time, right? Because once you um, once you get off from your regular 9 to 5, you come back home. You still have your family to take care of and that sort of stuff. And so you don't, if you could, you want to minimize the amount of time that you put into the job search, right? But not only are you minimizing the time, right? You're minimizing the time that you're or effort that you're putting into the job search. But again, whatever time that you also do allocate to the job search, you want to make sure that you're maximizing right the output for that. And so once ChatGPT rewrites your resume, now you have a maybe a new resume that you can use to apply for the job, right? In addition to that, you can also ask ChatGPT to use this information, right, to write you a cover letter, right? So what we'll do here is, so what we can do here is this, right? We can perhaps copy we'll copy the job title, right? Come back to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you write a cover letter for the job title using information from my resume, right? So can you for the company so can you write a cover letter for the job, okay, using information from my company for the company for the company, and then so let's see what ChatGPT does. So this could perhaps, be the cover letter that you use, right? And ChatGPT is smart enough to know that perhaps you may, in addition to Airbnb, you may use this cover letter for other companies as well, right? And so it's sort of put in placeholders, right? Giving you the places where you need to put your name, your address, and so forth. But I mean, look at the amazing thing, ChatGPT is able to do, right? Now it's able to use the information from my resume, and use that to populate this cover letter, right? Imagine if you having to write this yourself. Now ChatGPT can do it for you. So I mean, it goes back to what I mean by maximizing your output, and minimizing, maybe the time and effort that you would have to put into the job search. So these are a few of the stuff that a few of the things that you can do to maximize your output, right? In terms of the job search process. I mean, this is brilliant, right? So not only can ChatGPT improve upon your resume, it can write cover letters for you, and in a few seconds, right? I mean, that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I mean, this is what I wanted to talk about. If you have resume, maybe your resume, if you've worked for a while and haven't been in the job market, once you get back into it, you can use ChatGPT to improve upon your resume, to write cover letters for you. Basically, for whatever job that you apply, now you can use ChatGPT to write your resume for you, right? Now, the small issue that I've realized is typically when you copy this letter to say to Google Docs. So let's use a Google Doc. Give me a second here while I pop up a new Google Doc and we can use it as an example. So when you copy and paste a letter, I mean, you're going to be changing, you're going to be subbing your name and address and the company name and address and everything, right? But you will see this grayed out and then maybe your name here, but you will see a gray background, right? You don't want this to look like a copy and paste. And so one thing you could do, you can highlight this um, the whole text, right? Let me see, and then go to format, and so give me a second here. Once you go to format, go to paragraph styles, and then go to borders and shading. And then once you come to this point, you can look at background color, right? So background color, go and select none. So once you select none, you could just click the apply, and typically that should do it for you. That should solve that grayed out background for you. So now this doesn't look like a copy and paste. And if you have Grammarly, yeah, any mistake that maybe um, ChatGPT does in terms of grammatical mistakes, Grammarly will also typically catch it for you. It doesn't appear to be any sort of grammar issue here. But I mean, you should, use the opportunity to read through the cover letter to make sure that everything aligns. And you may even want to make a few changes, right? Maybe add a human, some human touch to it. So yeah, these are a few of the things that you can do to optimize your effort and time. Once you if you're back in a job market, right, or searching for a new role, these are a few of the tips and tricks that you could do to maximize your output. I hope this video provided you with some value. If it did, do like the video, comment if you have any questions, and be on the lookout for my few of my new videos. I have a few ideas and a few um, videos that I think may be of benefit to you. Do subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time.